Do you know 2100 Bryant?
I actually do. I've always coveted that place.
It's got that white picket fence.
What is with that white picket fence?
I don't know, it clashes with the style of the house.
We do have pretty strong opinions ourselves.
Whatever we propose, they're gonna be like, oh, really? Do you want a window in your door? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I'm thinking.
I know that we're way over budget.
No, we're out of money. So, you'd never believe how I found this house.
How?
John happens to live in the neighborhood. And
I was driving past and I screeched to a halt in the middle of traffic, pulled aside,
he knocked on the door and
told them that they needed some curb appeal.
Did they agree that they needed curb appeal?
How would they not agree that they need some help?
we said absolutely.
Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
Come on in, you're very
pleasure.
welcome. Come and
Oh
have
my
a-
God, I love this place.
Well, so do we. Well,
So we're excited.
we're extremely
really excited.
We're just very calm on camera, that's all.
There's a lot of great architecture in this town.
Sure.
But, I mean, I'd never seen something like this in San Francisco. What's the history of this space?
It's been lots and lots of things. It was a Pilates studio. Prior to that, it was an interior designer's live workspace.
It's been a pharmacy as well.
It's had a lot of different uses.
Always with a commercial twist, but for the first time not with you. Is that correct?
Right.
When I moved here, I knew it as a business, but I thought it was really great to see it turn into a home.
The aesthetic of this house is clearly international style, with its all-white stucco and its hidden structure that allows the steel frame windows to actually wrap around the corner. It's even got a red door. And I know that the style of the house is very important to Nick and Beth, and it's important to me as well that I stay true to the style. Well, I absolutely love it.
Thank you.
That said, the biggest problem, as I see it, is that you've got a picket fence surrounding your property.
Nick and I were not responsible for that addition.
Okay.
A lot of people are thrilled at the prospect of it going. We love the fact that it's on a corner and that there's a public aspect to it, but at the same time, it's also our front garden.
Right.
So it'd be great to be able to use it in a semi-private way. People still, even with the gate, you know, will have their dogs come in here to have a poo. That's kind of not great.
I would love to accentuate the cantilevered eyebrow over that window. I know that whoever designed this building back in the day wanted something special with that. It didn't quite happen, I think.
It's a pretty iconic building in this neighborhood, and if you changed it and made it into something completely different, a little tear would come from my eye, for sure.
I would hate to probably change the color because of the classic nature of the building. John might have to be prepared for us throwing in our opinions as well, but we're very excited to see what he thinks.
I'm about to reveal a series of designs to Beth and Nick, and I'm relatively nervous because I know how much they care about this building, and I also know that the building is sort of iconic in the neighborhood. I'm a little nervous.
Very nervous too.
I've been working very hard at trying to come up with not just one, but two schemes for you. Here's number one, simple scheme, and here's number two, complicated. The complicated scheme has two different versions. As I'm presenting to them, they don't really seem to be responding. I'm worried that maybe they're not liking what they're seeing. The idea here is that I'm changing the entrance point from in front of the house to on the side of the house. It's no longer going to read quite so commercial. They are not responding to anything. Very stoic. Materials-wise, on the simple scheme, I'm bringing in wood as the accent material. On the complicated scheme, I'm bringing in metal because I can create the most custom, beautiful planters with it. Right. At this point, I'm both nervous and wondering why they're not reacting to me.
I am so impressed. This is so exciting.
Really?
This is more beautiful than I ever imagined.
Oh, that really makes me very relieved.
Personally, I prefer the complicated scheme.
Oh, yeah?
I like the use of the metal with the stucco.
Love the different planter heights, which will really make it fun. I think it's going to be a real icon, as you say.
We're incredibly impressed by the amount of work and his ingenuity, really. We're very excited.
Very excited. Really happy.
Let's coffee clink to that.
Okay, clink indeed.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wonderful.
Indeed. Thank you.
It's the first day of demolition for the O'Neills, and in San Francisco, the weather has been perfect until today. I'm a fan whenever you pull in a homeowner to help us out.
Look at this guy.
But in a boot and a mohair sort of overcoat.
I know. Well, he came out in work clothes, and I said, that's not good enough. You're going to be on TV. Go put a suit on, buddy.
What'd you do to your foot?
I was kicking the fence and...
Just goes to show you were ready for that picket to go.
You know that.
It's a serious bush right there. Look at that. So we cut this one, it was the whole thing.
We didn't really like the heads because it always hided all these spiders, and they would bite us.
I'm so unbelievably excited.
I am in a state of shock, and it's going to be so incredible.
Look how much bigger your facade is.
That looks amazing.
Imagine it with
Really
a bigger
come
door.
out. Yeah.
That's going to be my refrain.
Yeah, yes.
Imagine it with a
now
bigger
it
door.
needs the bigger door.
Check out these awesome murals. I love this stuff. Look at this one. As we're looking around for a neighborhood makeover, we stumbled upon Cell Space, which is a local artists collaborative, and their front sidewalk is in poor shape. This has seen better days. Yeah. The planting bed is just cigarette butts, and it's in such stark contrast against the beautiful murals on the wall. Is this just free and open to the public?
Yeah, it is. Actually, yeah, it is.
So do you guys have artists do all the murals on the walls out front?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the murals are what caught our attention. It really colors this whole neighborhood.
Oh, nice.
It's such a nice community feel because of those walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great space. And the metal shop did the facade out front.
You guys have a metal shop on site?
Yeah, absolutely, in the back.
So then why is that bench falling down outside if you guys have a metal shop?
Burn.
Right now, we're in process of just redoing those benches.
So we're Curb Appeal. We're doing a project right down the street.
Okay.
We'd be happy to help out.
I would love that help. That would be really great.
This artist co-op has done so much for the neighborhood. And we all know programs like these don't make any money. So $1,000 towards plants and benches will go a long way in adding pride and beauty to what's become a neighborhood institution.
We get rid of the weeds, clean it up, smoke some cigarettes, and then paint it.
Or have a banana.
Of the three, I would go for the bottom one straight away.
Yeah. More saturated red, right? One of the advantages of working on an iconic building like this one is that the colors have to remain the same. It's an international style building, so the stucco's gonna go white, the sash details are gonna go black, and the door's gonna remain red. So here I am thinking that this color selection process is gonna be easy peasy, but it turns out that there's bigger issues at stake.
I don't know whether you're thinking of a glass door or a solid door, I guess is the question.
Solid.
Solid, okay.
I think there's enough glass on this facade that we don't need.
You know what? Because all this is high, for us, this is our little window into the garden.
Do you want a window in your door? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Putting a random window in a random door is not going to work. It has to be a very calculated window. So I still have lots of T's to cross and I's to dot before I can say yes to Beth.
We just assumed that it was going to be like
Another
the door.
glass door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. What can we do? What can we do?